You could do everything right and still not get hired. There comes a time, real estate agent, in every conversation with the person on the other side, the prospect who is considering, is this the right agent for me? Can I trust this person to guide me through this most important life event, transaction and transition, because they have built so much trust that now I'm ready to sign a buyer-broker agreement or a listing agreement. The reality is, until you've got a signed agreement, you're unemployed. And everything you've done up until now is frankly irrelevant if you can't convert. And so today what we're going to talk about is the skill of lead conversion. It's really where, top of the funnel is lead generation, middle of the funnel is lead follow-up, bottom of the funnel is where you convert a prospect into a customer, meaning that they've signed a listing or buyer-broker agreement. And it's really where all of the skill development and the work you've done really needs to come together. I'm going to talk about 3 different pieces of that are going to matter. Number 1 is clarity. Number 2 is confidence. And number 3 is commitment. So clarity means that you are able to convey to the consumer that you are the best option, that you understand the process taking them from where they are to where they want to be in a way that increases trust, and they're going to be willing to sign with you. Every time we work with a prospect, what we're doing is we're increasing trust, reducing tension. Every conversation you have is an opportunity to do exactly that, so that when you get to conversion, the consumer is clear. This is the right person for me. They can express themselves clearly. They can explain things clearly. I understand clearly. Clarity is a must. Number 2 is confidence. Are you confident in your ability? Do you convey confidence as you're communicating? And do they feel confident enough to sign? And so confidence really comes from doing the reps. You've got to suck first. You've got to be messy first. You've got to not know what you're doing, be very uncomfortable for a while, and only by doing the reps do you build confidence. You know what I mean? Because in the beginning, and I don't know where you're at in your journey, if you're a newer to business agent or if you're a more experienced agent, you know what I'm talking about. In the beginning, it's impossible for you to have confidence. You want confidence, but only by doing the reps and learning through those repetitions, really paying attention to, all right, how did I say that? Did I like what I said there? Replaying that listing appointment that you didn't get. I just had an agent here in the chair literally a few minutes ago in a coaching conversation. He says, I didn't get this listing. They ended up going with a family member because the family member was going to do it for less. And so we went into a coaching conversation around skill of, did he ask the right questions? Did he get the next piece, commitment that he needed to get in that conversation so that he could convert that prospect to a customer and a signed listing agreement? And now the upside is he had that experience. And so we can talk about it, he can learn from it, and he can do it better next time. He took some notes, he wrote down, this is what I'm going to say, and that will increase confidence so that the next time he goes on that appointment, and there's no doubt, he said I was the Tom Brady of, real estate listing appointments, right? He was the greatest of all time at converting a listing appointment, and yet he didn't get it. Right? And so the important part there is to be able to reflect on what did not work and then get some coaching, get some accountability so that you can increase your confidence by going through the reps. And then the third is commitment. Can you convert so that the consumer will commit? And commitment looks like the ability to overcome objections. Commitment looks like the ability to ask for the business. Some of y'all don't even ask for the business, right? You're just kind of hoping. And can you ask those closing questions to get the consumer to sign on the dotted line? Now, I am not going to teach you today all of the different questions you could be asking, all of the different skill building conversations you could be having. There's a lot of trainers on YouTube that are going to give you a lot of the skills and the technical capabilities. That's not what this video is. My job here today is to help remind you, because we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught, of what it actually takes to succeed and build a sustainable 6-figure business as a real estate agent. I mean, ultimately, whether you're new to business, everybody wants, I want to build a six-figure business. Terrific. Or you're on the come up and you haven't quite reached six, or maybe you're doing well into the six figures, but you want to grow that beyond yourself. There's no doubt that the 5 parts of the framework that I've been teaching you through this last video series is going to absolutely help you do that. And so if you'd like, I'm going to include a link for you to download that 5-part framework. Just go ahead and read through it. There's no strings attached to it. I just want to help real estate agents. The reason why I create this content and I want to share, what I know and what I've been doing for so long is I deeply care about the real estate agent community. I'm not pitching anything here in this video. I'm sharing with you what I know works. And so being able to develop your skill of conversion is going to be absolutely essential. You can keep your head right. Not easy to do. Most of the coaching work that I do is helping people with what's going on up here. You got to have a schedule that works, right? Where you're focusing on what's most important and saying no to the distractions or the things that are going to take you away from your success. You've got to lead generate every single day. I've talked a lot about that. You've got to follow up, which is where all the money is. And then you've got to convert. You've got to have the skill to get people to sign. Okay, great watching. Glad you were here. Download the framework. I'm going to give it to you in the notes in the YouTube video here. Let's go.